What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video where I have crashed another Alfa Romeo Club meet. Well, sort of. I was kind of invited to this one. So here we are in Orlando, Florida, or Fields Motor Cars here in Orlando, Florida, which is home to Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, and Bentley of Orlando. And what we have here are some Alfa Romeos from the Mid-Florida Alfa Romeo Club, INC. And there's couple in particular I need you guys to see. One special car that's been eluding me for a while, and well, I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. Let's go see what they have to offer. Alfa Romeo GTV, looking absolutely stunning. What do you guys think when it comes to this overall livery? As you guys can see, look at the mesh headrest. That's pretty cool. Good for cooling, right? Stick shift, of course. We got a lot of manual gearboxes here today. What do you guys think about the GTV? Monte Carlo blue Giulia Quadrifoglio, looking absolutely gorgeous. And you guys can see it has bronze wheels and yellow calipers. How beautiful is this setup? We do have the carbon fiber mirror caps there as well. This is gorgeous. I love this spec. I don't think I've seen a Monte Carlo blue with bronze wheels, let alone with yellow calipers. So this one is on my list. Now check this one out here. This is called an Alfa Romeo step nose. First time ever hearing that and first time ever seeing one. And the step nose is because of the styling on the nose of the hood. Incredible. Now, with that said, Rosso Italian flag livery, as you guys can see, hood pins here. Obviously, you have the tow hook. This design is so raw. I mean, the pieces, the way that they stand out, each element of this car just looks insane. Obviously, the clover leaf is there. The side exhaust exits, looking brilliant. Take a peek inside of the step nose. Of course, we got a clutch. Fuel filler cap in the rear. It's just so cool to see these designs because we never see these cars. So really, I mean, they're antiques, right? So to see these here and see the kill switch things, the design elements that they have here just are so cool when it comes to this whole setup. Now, of course, this one's gonna stand out, right? The cousin to what is the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, the modern day version, is the MC20 from Maserati. And this looks beautiful in blue. We have seen this car on the channel before, actually. The last Alfa Romeo Owners Club show that I had crashed, well, this car was there. Beautiful with the birdcage wheels, blue calipers, and then of course the carbon fiber roof. You guys will see this spec looks absolutely gorgeous. Now this is the car I have been wanting to see. The SZ or SZ, depending on how you look at it. Alfa Romeo SZ or Sprint Zagato. This is it. All right, so if you guys have followed me on Instagram for years back, you'll remember that at my local grocery store, 2 miles from where I live, I spotted this Alfa Romeo in the parking lot. I put it on my social media, and then everybody connected me to who owns this car. And it happened to be here in Orlando, Florida. So then I contacted the owner and said, one day we gotta get this car on the channel. We gotta do a full spin around. Obviously, we have yet to do that, but I knew the car was gonna be here today, and now I'm here to see it. Obviously, these cars are imported. They were not built for the United States. 1,036 were built. This is a 1991, and it was based off of the Alfa 75 or the Milano, which was the Milano here in the United States, which is obviously ironic because of the name, because that was the name of the Junior before they changed it. But yeah, check this out. This looks so cool. It's awesome to see the car again in this aspect, and we're still gonna do a full breakdown on this. One day we're gonna get together and actually, you know, spend some time with this so I can do a full breakdown. But it's just really cool to see the SZ here again. Obviously cool license plate, right? So yeah, this looks awesome. Really cool to see the car again. And then we have another oddball like the MC20, cousins from another mother, as you guys will see, the Pininfarina Spider done in red. Looking really cool. Last year that they made these cars, this model here, very clean when it comes to the interior. I mean, it has held up really well. As you guys can see, it looks gorgeous. Looks like it really has barely been driven. Definitely cool one to bring out. Pininfarina design, we all know it from famous Maserati, Alfa Romeos, and Ferraris. And here it is today with their own Spider. Now you guys know this car very well. The Alfa Romeo 4C Spider 33 Stradale Tributo. Only 33 made for only here in North America, paying homage to the final 4Cs. Now, this is a car that you guys have seen on the channel before, because when the owners took delivery, we were invited to make a full video on this car years ago. I think this was, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. I think it was 5 years ago, because I think that's when the Alfa Romeo 4C went out. But with that said, the owners here, remember, you've seen their other cars on the channel. You've seen their anniversarios for the Giulia Stelvio. They have both. They've also had the in-ring edition on the channel. We have had that. They've had plenty of other Alfas. They also own Maseratis, the MC20, done in the matte blue Corsa, the Icona, you have the GT2 Stradale. So you guys know the owners of this car. Now, this car here represents the final 4Cs. All right, so with gold wheels, as you guys will see, red calipers, it has suede interior done with brown, red monocoque when it comes to the carbon fiber, which if we open it, you would see. This is the ultimate 4C, and it really pays homage to the final 4Cs. So you guys have seen this on the channel about 5 years ago, and it is back. Now here we are with our second 4C, looking just as gorgeous. Bright aluminum wheels, black calipers, red script. You have the Alfa Romeo pads on the seat belts, beautiful Alcantara inserts, Rosso stitching, and you can see that carbon fiber monocoque very well with this Spider here. Carbon fiber on the roof, looking absolutely stunning. Man, I'm so mad that we don't get modern day 4Cs, because this in the lineup would just be something serious if we had a modern day Alfa 4C. And our third 4C in Rosso Comp, as you guys can see, carbon fiber add-ons when it comes to the Scudetto up front and the grille inserts and on the lower fascia. The dark 5-hole wheels compared to the bright 5-hole wheels. Black calipers look really good. Alfa Romeo Serpent right there as well with the carbon fiber mirror caps. Inside, more padding for the seat belts. You guys can see carbon fiber all throughout. I do like that red shift boot. It's a nice addition. Carbon fiber all, the A-pillar, the window moldings going all the way up to the Spider, looking really cool. And then of course, the engine bay with a carbon fiber cover. And you even have carbon fiber on the inners as well. That looks awesome when it comes to the 4C. Never too much carbon. All right, so in front of us next to the 4C, we're gonna say 69 GTV, but I want you guys in the comments below, if I'm wrong, after you guys see it here, let me know if this is it. Of course, the interior, look at that. Look at that headrest, that is crazy. That's wood. I have never seen anything like that before. That is insane. 69 GTV, what do you guys think? The experts here that are watching this video, please let me know, because the owner is not here right now to tell me. 69 GTV. Either way, this looks beautiful. Again, it's so quirky with all these things we're seeing, especially in the interiors. How cool is this car? We also have an Alfa Spider in silver, looking pretty cool. The Scudetto up front, so small compared to today's cars. Engine, super mechanical. Love to see all the working bits. Probably a lot easier to work on than modern day cars. Alfa Romeo insignia in the floor mat. I like this nice kind of like light tan, almost like a crema interior. Looking really cool. Come to the rear. Not a bad look on the Spider. What are you guys thinking? And then we have our modern day marvels. Now, from the exterior, this does look like a regular Alfa Romeo Stelvio, right? All right. Done in Rosso, looking pretty cool. Check out the interior. Now, I'm not gonna open it up, but check out the interior. Look at the dashboard. With a red cover, look at the armrest with the Alfa Romeo script, red and black with the red seats. There's a lot of red going on here. Look at the door cards done in red as well. There's a lot of red in this car. All right, so this one is definitely a lot more customized, more than meets the eye when it comes to this Stelvio. I do like the Italian flag on the mirror caps done in black. And the gentleman's spec Alfa. Verde Visconti with the brown interior. Black wheels, as you guys can see on this Giulia. Black mirror caps, and again, that brown interior. This is that gentleman spec. I think what make it even more gentleman, British racing kind of spec is if you had yellow calipers on it. But this looks good. I missed this color. This was such a proper spec when it came to modern day Alfa Romeo Giulias. They need to bring this one back. And of course, we have to do a Alfa Rosso Giulia Veloce, as you guys will see, looking absolutely gorgeous. 5-hole wheels, red calipers. This looks beautiful. This is Alfa Romeo when it comes to a red, just striking car. You're gonna see that this is what the pinnacle is when it comes to Alfa. And for the modern day cars, this Giorgio platform, everything you see here today, I don't think this will ever really go out of style. It's definitely going to keep up when it comes to modern day cars. These cars do not age. So funny enough, Alfa Romeo USA is actually sending me a Giulia Veloce, but 6 days prior to me filming this video. So it would have been cool to bring it to such a show, but maybe next time I will actually be able to bring something up here. But we will be spending some time with that Giulia Veloce. I'll be having that on the channel. So if you guys see that on my social media or showing up on the YouTube page, well, you got your scoop right here. That's coming, that's on the way. Guys, we are going to get a private tour of the Giulia Sprint GT inside here with Andrew.
Hey guys, my name's Andrew Tartaglia, and I am the current owner, caretaker of this beautiful 1967 Giulia Sprint GT. It's kind of masquerading as a Giulia Sprint GTA or a GT Alleggerita. So it's an homage car. I bought it from a close personal friend down in Miami who has always been into Alfas, a big Alfista himself. He owned this from about like 2019 to when I bought it from him a few years ago.
Okay.
But a few of the special things about this car, it has kind of a cool provenance. There's a couple names in the Alfa world. One of them's Ted Johnson, who's a big Italian car guy. He owned this car, and then actually I think predecessor to him, the car was kind of restored and put into more or less its current form by a famous guy named Roman Tucker, who is kind of an Alfa whisperer and into these Tipo 105 Bertone coupes. So he really kind of made the car what it is today.
Okay.
Resprayed in, of course, the classic Rosso Alfa with the racing heritage front end in like a dark verde on the front. But yeah, stripped interior, Sparco racing seats, harnesses, roll cage. And yeah, it's kind of a no frills, down to business, little run around town gentleman racer. The aluminum door cards, plexiglass windows with the sliders and everything. So yeah, you'll see when you look back to Alfa's racing heritage, this car pays respects to, and I use the term homage, so not necessarily a clone or a copy. It's not trying to make out anything that it's not, but it's an homage to the real Giulia Sprint GTA, which were aluminum bodied cars that were homologated cars back in the 60s, getting into the early 70s, where Alfa just basically cleaned up in everything that they race these things in. So yeah, you'll see the plexi windows and kind of the same styling on those, and these 14-inch GTA style wheels. So these are not authentic magnesium wheels, but they're made to emulate that. Okay. So yeah, even the idea behind this car is one of the owners at a point in time had a real authentic GTA, and I think was a little apprehensive about actually racing it because the things are worth in the multiples of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So he wanted to be able to kind of emulate that experience with call it a regular Tipo 105. So that's kind of how this car came to be. But I fell in love with the car and its story and its previous owner. And I purchased one of my other Alfas off of Gaston down in Miami. And when I was down there buying it and picking it up, I saw this and I said, man, this is what I really want. He said, unfortunately, it's mine. It's not for sale. I said, brother, please let me know if you're ever going to part ways. I'd love to be the next steward of this car, and credit to him, he let me know. So yeah,
here
that's
we
how
are.
it came to be with me. But it just brings such a smile to everybody's face, and it's fun. I get to you know, keep it around here at my dealership from time to time. We're a Bentley, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce dealer, and it's always fun to hear from my colleagues when people come in and say, you know, this kid was asking about your car. He walked right past every Lamborghini, went right to this,
right to the Alfa,
and said, "Oh my God," you know. And truth be told, that's kind of how I was as a kid too. Yeah. The Bertone Coupe was always my favorite, and what a just iconic car. You know, one of the most iconic car designers of all time, and especially for Italy. You know, Giuliano Giordetto. You know, I probably butcher his name half the time, but
I butcher everything
real,
Italian.
yeah.
So don't worry about it. You're doing a lot better than me.
But
what's underneath the hood here? Underneath
the hood.
What do we got?
As a '67, this would have originally more than likely been a 1600 motor. Now, as with most of these cars, it's been swapped out to the 2-liter.
Okay.
And it's kind of a hot 2-liter. So it's got upgraded cam work, high compression pistons, aluminum radiator, the Weber side drafts, Weber 40s, which is plenty in this car, and it's dialed in. Again, it's going back to that name Roman Tucker. He's kind of the alpha whisperer and putting these you know, Nord motors together, and yeah, the thing it pulls. It's fun.
Yeah.
So you know, set of headers. You know, you don't need a whole lot in these. People that are looking to kind of further upgrade these or whatnot can look into doing the twin spark motors.
Okay.
So this is not a twin spark, but it's still a really fun drive.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now,
Yeah.
Andrew hosted the club event here today, and we talked. We're gonna try to get together and do some of your other Alfas as well, and do spin arounds of those.
Yeah.
Just to show everybody what we have here in the United States and the appreciation and love that people in the Alfa Romeo USA clubs in North America take to these cars. You know, it's not just an Italian thing. You know, you have all Alfisti around the world really just into these cars, sharing their passions with everyone else and doing our part to spread the good word, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a iconic brand, and you know, I think a lot of your viewers would agree if they haven't heard the, to paraphrase, you know, the exact quote, you know, you're not a true enthusiast until you've owned an Alfa, which, you know, not to throw any shade on anybody, it's just not everybody has an awareness of really the rich history of this brand. But, you know, you think just to briefly turn around, if you look at these Lamborghinis sitting here, right? It's not a stretch of the imagination to say, honestly, that Lamborghini wouldn't exist without Alfa Romeo. Well, how is that?
That's true.
Well, Lamborghini wouldn't exist without Enzo Ferrari in the story of Ferrari.
Right.
Ferrari wouldn't exist without Alfa.
Alfa Romeo, yeah.
So it's pretty cool to tell people, yeah, you like that Lamborghini, it's because everything Alfa Romeo did back in the early 1900s that we have, you know, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Paganis.
Right.
You know, it all comes back from a central history.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I appreciate the time and taking us around the car, and yeah, we're definitely going to do some more work together to show off these beautiful specimens.
Absolutely, Ron. I've always been a fan of the channel. Like, I remember watching you from the early days and thinking, man, this guy gets it. You know, he's got the passion, and that's really what this brand is all about.
I appreciate
is true
that.
Italian passion. I can't wait to get together with you sometime and show you a couple of the other cars. And I have a pretty cool story about my 4C, my Quattro C. So I'd love to share that with you sometime.
Let's do it. So with that said, which Alfa Romeo is your favorite from the Mid-Florida Alfa Romeo Club Owners INC meet here today? And what do you guys think about me crashing these events? Should I crash some more events? Maybe next time Alfa Romeo USA will give me an Alfa to bring to one of these events a little bit earlier than next week. But with that said, I want to know, drop your comments down below, and which one was your favorite Alfa Romeo you saw here today? Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, we'll make sure you give it a big thumbs up. We'll also make sure you guys check the links down in the description. All right, Ron's Rise merch, the other links if you guys want to help further support me. I appreciate that love. Also, subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.